Greetings, heroes, bandits, survivors, and DayZ server admin owners. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Dave, but people know me as Ringo, the admin of the VOODOO GAMERZ server, the DayZ Standalone server. You're here because you want to know how to install the Community Framework and the Community Online tools to your DayZ Standalone server. Well, 10 easy steps have been put together by yours truly, just for you. And if you look below, you will see that there are indeed video chapters for quick and handy referencing. Look at that tower. You'll see there's a little man on there, and when you look really closely and you put your ear up, you can hear him say, like and subscribe. So step one is just a bit of housekeeping to make your life so much easier going through this process. First thing that you need to make sure you've done is downloaded Notepad++. This is going to be your saviour when it comes to anything to do with server modding. And if you're already experienced, then you've probably already got this anyway. It's free. I'm not going to drag on about that, but the link is in the description. Secondly, I need to say that you need to know where your Community Framework and Community Online tools mods are, so you can subscribe to them on the Steam Workshop. If you haven't already, this is really obvious but critical. The quickest way to get to the Steam Workshop is to open up your launcher, click on mods, and then you can click on Steam Workshop at the top and it takes you straight there. And then in here for the Community Framework you need to type CF, and there you go. And then you literally click on subscribe and it will download it for you. And guess what? You do the same with the Community Online tools. Okay, and the third thing that you need to do before we go into step 2 is to head on over to Scalespeeder Gaming and subscribe, because he really helped me out with some stuff with his videos, and I just want to pay him back. So just, yeah, shout out to Scalespeeder Gaming. The next thing to do is to set up and configure your FTP software so you can actually connect and upload files to your DayZ Standalone server. For this example, I am using the FileZilla free FTP software. I think it's easy to use, it's free, and also it works seamlessly with the Nitrado details that I've been given from Nitrado to connect to my server, because that's who I use. You don't have to use them, but that's who I use. Step 3 is to locate and open your Steam Workshop folder, which is where all of your workshop folders are saved on your computer, not on your server, on your computer. There's a really quick way of doing this. Just open up the DayZ launcher, like so. Then on any of the mods that you have installed, but let's just say, for example, you subscribe to the Community Framework mod, right click and then click open folder. It's going to prompt you, beware, don't worry, just click I understand. Boom, there is the folder. Now a way to quickly get to this folder from your desktop is to go up one level by clicking on DayZ and then right click on Workshop, then send to desktop, and that has created, ladies and gentlemen, a shortcut right here on the desktop, just like that. And this leads us into step 4, which is to copy the files from the Steam Workshop folder on your computer up to your server using your FTP client. Mine is FileZilla. So what we're going to do now is we're actually going to locate this folder address that you can see here: E drive, Steam, Steam apps, common, DayZ, workshop, right? Well, that will be something different on your computer depending on where your Steam is installed, but find from this point onwards after the E drive, because that's mine. So Steam, Steam apps, common, DayZ, workshop, and let's find that over here in our FTP software. Okay, so all you've got to do is just go to your E drive or your C drive, you know, wherever it is installed for you, find your Steam folder, find your Steam apps folder, find your common folder, find DayZ, and then the iWorkshop folder. Click on it, and then depending on what you're using, it will show it in the window. And you can see now we can close this now. We have down here all of our downloaded server mods that are local on our computer. And what have we got to do? All we have to do is literally upload the ones that we want onto the DayZ Standalone server. Before we do that, I want to explain something to you just about how this works, okay? I want you to imagine that each of these folders that you can see, each of these mods, okay, is a box of treasure, okay, and it's locked. And to get into the box of treasure, you need a key to open it, okay? So remember that, it's a locked box of treasure, right? So when we upload one of these boxes of treasures, these mods, the server can't access it because it's locked. So the server can't actually get in and see all of these wonderful jewels that you've got inside this treasure. So what we do need to do is we need to give the server the key to unlock that box before it can activate it on to your DayZ Standalone server. Okay, so the components here is the box of treasure, the mod folder, okay, the key to actually unlock it, and then we need to tell the server when it's okay to unlock it. So we say, here's the box of treasure, Mr. and Mrs. Server. Here's the key to unlock that box of treasure, Mr. and Mrs. Server, but you can't open it until we tell you that you can. Okay, clear? So, box of treasure, key, permission, essentially. All right? That's what we're going to do now. So, we're going to upload the folders that we want for this example, which is the Community Framework and the Community Online Tools, because that's what you're here to do. So, we're now going to upload them. So we're going to say here, Community Framework, CF, right click, and guess what we're going to do? We're going to upload it. And it's nice and quick. There you go. That's already done. And then we're going to do the same with the Community Online Tools as well. We're going to upload that. And what do you know? It's done. Now, do you remember when I just said we've given the server some treasure? We've said, here you go. Here's a lovely sealed box of treasure. What about the key? Well, what you do, go to the CF folder again down here. Double click. What would you look at that? There's a folder called keys. Double click into that and you'll see that there is this key. Now, where do we put it? Can you guess? We'll look over here on the right hand side. There is a folder called keys. Now, listen, I'm not going to patronize you, but can you see what's going on here? Where do you think we've got to put this key? Okay, so we're going to double click on the keys folder and it appears down here, and we're going to right click on this key and we're going to hit upload. It already exists because I've done it before, but we're going to overwrite it in this case, but it shouldn't be there for you. It's now gone in and you can see it's over here. Now, some keys are the same, especially when they're from the same developer, especially Jacob Mango, as you can see here. The keys, you know, because they're similar tools, because they talk the same language, they sometimes have the same keys. So don't worry about that too much if that is the case. So now we've done the Community Framework key. Now what we're going to do, we're going to look in the Community Online Tools folder and we're going to go to keys. And you can see the key is actually the same, okay? But we would upload that essentially in, you know, whether it's the CF or it's the Community Online Tools, the key is there. So what we're saying to the server is, Mr. and Mrs. Server, here's the treasure locked in a chest, and here's the key for that. We've done that. Congratulations. Step 6 is a little bit of a prep for when we tell the server you have permission to open the lockbox now and get to your treasure. Okay, what we need to do is we need to make sure that any folder we upload for a mod is named correctly. Now, this is named correctly. I've tested it, it works, but ideally you do not want any spaces in between any words. So you see where it says community-online-tools, that's fine because there's no spaces. But if there was if there was a folder of a mod folder where it had a space in it, just make sure that you close the gap. You know, you literally just rename the file and just delete out any gaps that you don't want, like so. But it doesn't matter right now. If yours has got hyphens in it, don't worry about it. It does work. So we're going to keep it the same, but it needed to be mentioned because depending on when you're watching this, this was recorded in January 2021. Depending when you're watching this, they may change the file names or whatever. So it's good to know, right? Okay, that takes us to step number 7, and that is giving the server permission to open the treasure box, you know, the mod folder with the key, when you start your server, so it can access all of the goodness that it brings inside that wholesome mod goodness. So the way we're going to do this now is we're going to go over to our server control panel. Now, I said to you before that I use Nitrado, not sponsors of this video. Look at my subscriber count. I clearly do not have sponsors, but I use them. You may use somebody else, no problem. I ain't gonna hate on you, but just go over to your server control panel. You can see this is mine. Make sure that your server is shut down. Okay, so if you're doing this with actual players right now on the server, don't just cut them off, or maybe you're doing it on a test server, great. But anyway, make sure the server is not started. As you can see, mine is shut down. For Nitrado, what we do is we go over to our general settings and we scroll down to where it says additional mods, and this is where you would put the command lines in, which essentially tell the server it's okay, go ahead, access the treasure. So that's what we're going to do right now, and the way we do this is quite simple. We come over here to our FileZilla window, and now you can see why I have these stacked either side and not full screen for those connoisseurs that were asking. And you can literally right click and click rename, but we're not going to rename it. What we're going to do is we're going to press Control C and we're going to copy that name, and then we're going to come over here to where it says additional mods, and we are going to paste it and then put a semicolon in. Do not forget the semicolon. If you forget the semicolon, the server gods will kill you. Okay, so please don't forget the semicolon. It will break it. It will not work. Next, we're going to go to Community Online Tools. We're going to right click and we're going to click rename, and we're going to press Control C, and then we're going to paste it. No space next to the semicolon, just straight in. Okay, you don't need to put a semicolon at the end, but if you do, it doesn't matter. So I always make sure I put one in, just to make sure I don't forget to do it next time. What do you know? We're going to click save, and now congratulations. What you have done is you have gifted your server some treasure. You have provided the key to open the treasure chest, and you have told the server, please feel free to open the treasure. The server loves you. Okay, not as much as your players are going to love you though, for having such a wonderful admin and investing time and energy into making their gameplay experience that much better. Ladies and gentlemen, I would just like to take a moment to welcome you to the halfway point. Yay for you. It's a wonderful place to be. You've achieved so much. That's fantastic. I'm so proud of you. If you're the sort of person like me that actually secretly enjoys this sort of thing and tends to be in a dark room of a night or even a dark room during the day doing this sort of thing, you're my people, and I want you to be a part of what I'm doing on this channel. So hit like and go on, hit subscribe, because it will mean the world to me. Okay, now we've got that out of the way. This is step 8, and it's actually starting the server. So once you've done this, okay, it's all looking pretty smashing. I'm going to go down here, make sure I've hit save changes again, just because I get save change paranoia. Anybody else get that, or is that just me? Tell me in the comments. Do you get save changes paranoia? I'm always pressing Control S in documents and hitting save change button 100 times. Anyway, start the server. So I'm going to click up here for Nitrado, this beautiful green 90s start server button. Yes, of course, I want to start it, Nitrado, thank you. Okay, so Great news, my server has started. Now what I want to explain to you at this point as well, before we just start up Dayz and connect to our server, is why. Why the hell are we actually doing this? Is it just some fun game that David, Ringo, VOODOO GAMERZ guys playing? No. Basically what we're doing here is, you know the server's got the treasure, it's got the key, and we've just told it, hey, you're going to open that? There's the key, right? We've told them they can do that. What we've got to do now is actually tell the server that it's okay to let us see what's inside it, okay? Even though we are the gift that keeps on giving, seemingly, to this server, we still need to have a bit of action in-game, okay? So, and that is obviously the admin tools and everything that comes with these mods. But the server at the moment has got it all to itself. It's not sharing it because we've not told it who to share it with. I got you. That's what we're doing right now. Let's go ahead and start up DayZ and log into our server. Okay, so let's open up our DayZ launcher. Now the first thing that I want you to do quickly, just before we jump in, is to click on your mods tab and just make sure that the CF and the community online tools boxes are in fact ticked. Okay, good. That means it will show up in the search and it should start for you. Great. Next, go on to servers. You may well have to go to the community tab and search for your server name. Did I tell you that my server's called VOODOO GAMERZ? Well, there you go. Anyway, once it's found it, you can indeed press the little star on it to make it a favorite. I've already done that, so it actually appears in the favorites tab of mine. Here you can see, and you can see the little white star. You probably knew that, but whatever. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on join. It's going to prompt me to make sure that I have these mods installed. Yes. Click that. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the magic is happening. Now I must say at this point, ordinarily I would be playing in full screen, but because I'm trying to record this, it's in windowed mode, so I'm not some sort of window gamer weirdo. We're just literally going to go, yeah, we're here, we're in the game, we're moving around, server, find me, log me, embrace me into your server logs. That's what we're doing, and then we're going to quit out, exit now, and then quit the game, and then we're going to shut down the server. Stop server. Yes, stop. Now that our server is shut down, we're going to now go back in to FileZilla, our FTP software, and we're going to make sure that we are connected again to the server. Now this is where we're going to tell the server, hey, it's me again. Could you please just give me access to all that lovely treasure that I've just given you, so when I log in, I can press some buttons and have some fun and help other players and not exploit being an admin. Oh, you want admin? Oh, okay. Yeah, no worries. Just need to go and do. Okay, got it. I'll do it. That's what we're doing now. We're just giving you the admin permission. Okay, I think you've got that now. So now we're here. We're in our top level DayZ Standalone server file structure on the server. We want to go into this folder, which is called config. Disclaimer, FYI. According to the developer's instructions, this folder, this config folder on Nitrado, is called profiles. So apparently in other versions, other providers of servers, that this folder is called profiles and not config. So if you don't have the config folder, it will be the profiles folder. If you don't have a profiles folder, it will be called the config folder. I can't speak for every server provider out there what they've called this folder, okay? But on Nitrado, it's called config. It may well be called profiles for you. It may well be called something different, okay? So if you're getting confused at this stage, Nitrado call it config, but apparently everybody else and their fucking dogs call it profiles, okay? Don't ask questions. Don't ask me why. I'm just the messenger here, guys. I'm just trying to help you. Go into the config folder. Okay, and find this folder called Permissions Framework. Now, if you didn't restart your server or you broke something in the previous steps, you won't have a Permissions Framework folder, and you need to go back and find out what went wrong by using these chapters below and following the steps again, and maybe listening a bit more intently. Hit like for that hater comment. For those of you that have done it successfully and you've just found your Permissions Framework folder, let's go into the Permissions Framework folder, because there's a few things that we now need to change just to give you yourself permission and anybody else you want to add to admin. First and foremost, I want you to go into the players folder. Player. You'll see here there's this really weird named JSON file in here. This is your GUID identity number that is unique to you. The server's given that to you, and it's logged it here. And yeah, it's here because only you have logged on, right? So it said, this is a player here. What we need to do, we need to edit this. You could just download it to your desktop, which is what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to click desktop up here on the left. This is my desktop area now, and I'm just going to download it like this. And it's turned up here, you see. So I'm going to go to my desktop and I'm going to edit this file, and inside you'll see this code. Roles. You want to change this to the word admin. What you are doing is you're telling the server, don't treat me like everybody else. I made you. I gave you life. I gave you this treasure. Don't call me everyone. I am not everyone. I am the admin. So that's what you're doing here. You're telling the server, hey, I'm the admin. And the way the server knows it's you is by these unique identity numbers, GUID, and another one that we'll look at in a minute. Hit save and close the file. Go back to FileZilla, and then simply, don't forget your server is shut down, delete that and replace it with the one you just edited. Alright, that's done, but we're not done yet. Oh no. Okay, now to avoid confusion, we're going to delete that previous one off of the desktop. Desktop, not off of the server. Okay, and then we're going to go up a level and we're going to go into the permissions folder, and we're going to see the same sort of thing again, but this time it's a .txt, a text file. We're going to download that. Okay, now what has happened is you've told the server now to not treat you like everybody else. Treat you special. You're admin. You've told them that, right? You've told the server that. What we now need to do is, okay, I'm going to treat you like an admin, but what do you want to do? What do you want access to? The server's asking you now, look, I respect you. I hear you. You are my admin. But what do you want to be able to do on the server? This is your chance. This is what we're going to do. We're going to go to our desktop and find that text file, and we're going to edit it in Notepad++. And we are going to change these zeros to a number 2, and that will give you the highest level of access. Oh my god, look how many zeros there are in this folder. No, not really. We're just going to highlight one of the zeros. We're going to press Ctrl F, and we're going to go to replace, and we're going to find the 0, and we're going to replace it with a 2. Replace all. Would you look at that? They're all now number 2s. Alright, now what I want you to do is press save, close that down, and then we're going to come back over to FileZilla. We're going to delete that file off of the server like this by pressing delete, and then we're going to grab this one, and we're going to right click and just click refresh just to make sure it's done its thing, and then we're going to upload it just like this. We've edited the players file, and we've edited the permissions files to give ourselves admin rights. Obviously the final actual step is to then start the server up and, you know, make sure it's worked. So let's go ahead and do that right now. We're going to start our server again. Let there be life. The server has loaded. We are in. You know, it's a bit dark. So, in order to show you this quickly, I'm not going to do a tutorial on it, but I'm going to quickly show you it's working. We need a bit of light. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press the end key on the keyboard, and that is going to toggle the community online tools on. Would you look at that? When I press it again, it toggles it off. So you know it's working by just pressing the end key on your keyboard. Now I'm going to press the Y key, and that toggles this beautiful menu. And this is going to allow me to change things. And so right now it's a bit dark, so I'm going to go to weather, and I'm going to go to the time of day. We'll make it, let's make it 10 in the morning. Oh, well, what do you know? Perfect. And that wind's a bit loud. Let's get rid of that. It's a beautifully serene day. Now, you can't really move that easily. Like, you can press the W key, hold down the left mouse button, and you'll move around. Okay, that's all great. So here you can see it's working, right? You all want to see it. Let's spawn something quickly. So we go to vehicle spawner. Let's I don't know, what should we, an ADA on your cursor. There you go. And then just press Y to get rid of that. And it's here. If you want to teleport around, press the insert key, and then the W and, you know, D, etc., normal bits and pieces. And now you are flying around as you would. Teleport. And now a little cool trick that I also learned is if you're pressing W and you're moving the camera in, if you scroll your wheel, if you use your scroll wheel on your mouse up and down, you can go slower and faster. Slower, slow, 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 and just get some really nice cinematic effects. To come out of free roam mode in your camera, just press insert again, and your character's back. And then we're just going to go here. We're going to open the door. No, we want to get in. Come on, and we're off. So yeah, as you can see, it's working, and that's it. Congratulations, congratulations! You have successfully installed the Community Framework and the community online tools on your DayZ Standalone PC server. It's quite a mouthful, but congrats. And seriously, you know, I put on that voice and joke around, but well done. That's quite a task. If you've got any comments or questions or anything, just leave a comment below. If you like the video, you know what to do, and I'd love to have you as part of the community. So if you like this content and you want to see more of it, then just hit subscribe, and I would really appreciate it, and look forward to creating more DayZ content for you, whether it's in-game, server modding, or just general news and chit-chat about it. But yeah, I enjoyed this for the first go. Let me know what you thought, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye now.